It's a miracle. Valve has counted to 3. Counter-Strike 2 Season 3 has begun with a number of important balance changes and map pool rotations. Let's get right into it. No intro. Just kidding. You love the intro. You know it when the thing goes bam. Greetings, TheWarOwl greets you. Gentlemen, I regret to inform you that Anubis has been removed from the active duty map pool. Now, I know what you're thinking. Anubis? That map was actually good. Why not get rid of Inferno or Train? Mirage and Dust 2 have overstayed their welcome. Here's what I think is going on. Valve does not make map pool decisions based on what the community or pro players say, because they have an interest in certain maps staying and certain maps going. Valve makes their decisions based on player behavior. Quite simply, the least played map is the one that gets removed. The least played map was Train. That's the most recent addition, so they're not going to remove it. The second to least played map was Anubis. I figured this out many years ago and used my influence to get everyone to stop queuing for Cobblestone in order to get it removed from the game. I succeeded a little too well. It's just gone, man. It's dead and it's not coming back. Anubis did have problems as a map. It was the most T-sided defusal map in the pool because Ts get access to early map control and access to easy bomb site executes without much investment. I hope that during its time away from the pool, Valve can work on the map and make some changes to help alleviate that. And I think it'd be a crime if it was out of the pool for more than one season. I enjoy playing Anubis. It's one of my favorite maps, at least if I start on the T side. Overpass is back, and it's Overpass. Ah, beautiful Berlin, Germany. I know that they had some issues with the water and how it interacted with the Source 2 engine, both in terms of performance and strange glitches like being able to hear players shift walking when they were in the water. The solution was just to remove all the water. See, if something's not working, just pretend it doesn't exist. If you want to jump down from heaven, aim for the big tire, because video game logic, bouncy object negates fall damage. But I guess falling into 3 inches of water also negating fall damage is equally as stupid. The community is wondering why cash was not added to the map pool. I don't think it's ready yet. From rumors, we can surmise that Valve has purchased cash from its creators and is now working to revamp the map and get it ready for competition. Maybe we'll see it next season. The map's not ready yet. When cash is added back into the game, instead of doing something like removing Anubis, they should remove one of the simple 4-square maps like Dust 2 or Mirage, which are very similar to cash, so that the map pool is more diverse. We don't need 3 or 4 of those maps. Certainly, Train will continue to be the least played map. The reason many people ban it because their PCs struggle on it. I do think it's that simple.
Whoa! Hey, Kukli style! Kukli style! It was Kukli style, my friend!
I am a huge proponent of changing the map pool every season. Regular, predictable map pool changes help keep the game fresh. This is something I specifically suggested to Valve, so I'm very happy to see that they are doing it. No matter what change they do, some people are going to be happy and some people are going to crash out. The Incendiary grenade has finally been buffed. Since its nerf for CS2, they've been completely worthless. I believe the original idea was, let's fix the CT economy by making Incendiary cheaper, but if it's cheaper, it's gotta be worse, right? With nades being able to clear smokes, I almost never buy these worthless Incendiaries, and if I see them, I just run straight through them. The damage you take, even after the buff, is negligible. It does about 19 damage if you run through it. The Incendiary fire now spreads faster, which is meant to nerf players running through them as soon as they pop. This change is so minor, though, that I don't think it will change anything with how players play the game. I'm gonna keep running through Incendiaries. The weakness of the Incendiary is the radius of how far it spreads, as well as the duration. I think that Valve has been shell-shocked by making updates that straight up ruin the game, so they now make tiny little micro updates that nudge things in the right direction. This is one of those updates. Good directionally, but not really much going on there. Speaking of which, the MP9 has been nerfed. MP9 has been a critical part of the meta, and I believe after this change, it will continue to be so. The vertical aspect of the recoil pattern has been increased. You can see the clear difference here as I overlay the 2 recoil patterns on top of each other. It's the same pattern, you just have to pull down more. It'll take some getting used to. The other change is a really good one, a nerf to the jumping accuracy, so no more kuklis with this thing, no more running and jumping around the corner and double tapping full bot AK-47 players. That should never have been a thing anyway. But that's not the only thing that made the MP9 so powerful. It's the cheap price relative to effectiveness. The running accuracy is wild, the rate of fire is insane, and the relatively easy to control recoil pattern makes it good enough on gun rounds. After playing with the new MP9, I hate it.
Oh my gosh.
All of my muscle memory is ruined. On paper, it should still be just as good, but now there's pretty much no SMG I feel comfortable with on gun rounds. I still don't think it's time to jump ship for the UMP. It'll probably just take time to adjust. I still think this was a good update for balance, even if it personally annoys me.
What?
I think the biggest change in these patch notes is the attempt to fix the MR12 CT side economy. Because CS2 has 12 round halves instead of 15 round halves like they had in Global Offensive, it's very difficult for CTs to build an economy and come back when behind. There needed to be economy changes. If the Ts got an early lead, the CTs just ended up MP9ing and dying the whole half and just losing the game. This change provides a new way for CTs to generate some dosh. For every T player killed, each CT player gets an extra $50.
We get 50 for each kill. 50 bucks. I'm gonna farm for you guys.
Hell yeah.
That adds up big time. That's an extra $250 a round possible for each player on the team. I think this might have the inverse effect of allowing CTs to build a bank faster when they are ahead, and snowball. You only get the extra money when you actually get kills. So CTs running around with USPs on save rounds, it's not really going to impact that, is it? Also, funnily enough, I kinda want CTs to start raid bossing one player on eco rounds just to hunt kills to generate money for everybody else.
50 bucks. That's an ace. That's 250 for everybody. Let's go. We actually get a buy here. What?
I think the idea here was also to discourage the boring save meta, but I don't think this will at all. The risk is still not worth the reward. For the most part, the meta will remain unchanged. It's just easier now to generate an economy. Why did they not just bake in those dollar values into the round loss rewards? You'd think the round loss rewards was where you could actually make a difference here. Add an extra 200 bucks into each of the round loss rewards for the CT side, or eliminate the lowest possible loss reward and start CTs at the second. I don't know, sure, this is a solution, but it also adds more complexity, even more complexity, to the economy of the game. An economy that, based on my games, I think 99% of players just ignore it. Overall, I'm hugely in favor of this change. I think it's good, it's not how I would have done it, and I don't think it will have the effect of modifying player behavior that they think it will. Finally, for the toxic detritus part of the patch notes, the skin trading stuff, we have subpar surf footage. There's the introduction of a new Steam Market protection feature, Trade Protected Items. How it works is that once you trade an item from account to account in CS2, that item becomes trade protected for 7 days. It cannot be traded or consumed or modified for 7 days. If the original account decides trade backsies, the item is automatically traded back to the original owner. The side effect of this is that the account that initiated the trade backseat gets trade locked for 30 days. This was created to protect accounts that get hacked. People take control of your Steam account, they take all the skins, they trade them out, they're gone. This is a way to just get all of those skins back when that happens. But I could imagine that a side effect of this feature is that it heavily screws over the third-party skin trading sites and that whole community. I don't like how Valve approaches that side of the game. Trading items that are Steam items for real-world currency is against their terms. This is why I don't engage with it, and I don't take sponsorships from trading sites, yet Valve just kind of allows it and turns a blind eye to it. Now they make a change that screws over that whole industry that exists because they turn a blind eye to it. If it's okay to do real money trades, then don't implement systems that screw over the skin trading stuff. And if it's not okay, you should have said that 10 years ago and stuck to your guns. As the last person on Earth who still plays Counter-Strike for the gameplay, I think it's a good update to protect people from getting hacked. Thank you folks very much for watching. I'm TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer.